Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sinner's Dream. I'm Ariel and welcome. So yes, I'm in nature right now, so you're going to be hearing a lot of noises, birds, cars, all kinds of things. So I'm going to try to speak up so you all can hear me. But before I get into this video about the lunar eclipse, I want you all to, if you have not already, to purchase my dream journal, okay? For those of you who are dreamers who want to tap into your dreams, this will be a great journal for you, okay? It's going to help you get organized, help you just to be able to put your thoughts together and to understand the signs and symbols that you're seeing in your dream, okay? So, it's a bee. Hold on. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started. All right. This is the dream journal, and I will put the link in the description box. Okay, so I want to really focus on the lunar eclipse because a lot of people are talking about the solar eclipse. I know I've even posted videos about the solar eclipse, but the lunar eclipse is just going to be happening actually, I believe tomorrow. Is of course before the solar eclipse. So with the lunar eclipse that's coming, you want to be mindful of your emotions. The lunar eclipse is also going to be in the sign of Libra. So this lunar eclipse is going to usher in a lot of energies so we can just be balanced, okay? Libra is all about balancing the scales and whatnot. So even if you're, wanting to seek justice for something, or you want balance in your relationship, or you want balance in your emotions, all right, in your finances, this is going to help, push you and just prepare you, okay, for the solar eclipse, all right? This is a time to be more internal. This is to tap into your emotional side, your mothering side, your maternal side, okay? So I'm going to go through all the houses really quickly, so you guys can kind of have an idea of what areas in your life that you probably need balance in, okay, for this lunar eclipse. So if you have moon in the first house, you want to be mindful and balanced of your self-expression, okay? How you express yourself. Are you expressing yourself authentically? Are you putting your best foot forward out there? Are you happy with your appearance? Are you confident in yourself? Okay, that's going to be the main focus for you with the moon in the first house for this lunar eclipse. All right, moving on to the second house. The second house is all about finding your voice. Okay, finding your inner voice. Are you speaking up? Are you speaking clearly? How's your communication style? Are you argumentative, or are you more of a listener? The B again. So that's another thing to think about. Focus on your throat chakra, okay? How do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to other people, okay? Also your finances, your resources. Are you a hoarder, or are you one to give out your resources and be able to be open to helping others, or are you open to receiving help from others? Okay. All right, moving on to the third house. The third house is all about, like your community, your neighbors. How are you getting along with your neighbors? How are you getting along with your siblings? How are you in your community? Are you stepping into your purpose in your community? Are you, all of that. Are you in your actual purpose within your community? Okay, now I want to move on to the fourth house. The fourth house, if you have moon in the fourth house, you want to be really focused on your home, okay? Is your home a safe environment for you? Do you feel comfortable in your home? Ancestry, have you been tapping into your ancestry, your roots, okay? Have you been stable in your foundation? Do you have a solid foundation in your home? If not, how can you, fix that? Also with your maternal or anything that has to do with your mother, okay? How are you with your relationship with your mother, or relationship with your sisters, or any other women in your life? How are your relationships with them? And also, how are is your relationship within yourself as far as tapping into your emotions, okay? Even if you're a man or a woman, we all have masculine and feminine energy. So how are you with your feminine energy? Just all the way, all around, all together, okay? Now, moving on to the fifth house. The fifth house, if you have fifth house moon, how are you with your creativity, okay? Are you confident in your creativity and your ability to create? You may even have had miscarriages before, or have multiple miscarriages. One thing I want you to ask yourself is, how is the relationship between you and your partner, okay? Are you guys on the same page? Are you restricting yourself from having fun? Are you restricting yourself from exploring, okay, new creative ideas? Just focus on your creativity as a whole, okay? Now, oh, and also romance. Are you keeping yourself from dating? Okay. Are you, locking yourself in a box and not wanting to go out and put yourself out there? What is it? Okay. Now, moving on to moon in the sixth house. Moon in the sixth house is all about, your daily habits, your routines. Okay. So, how are you when it comes to your health? Okay. Are you prioritizing your health? Are you, eating, things that you shouldn't be eating? Do you have a healthy exercise regimen? Do you just ask yourself those questions about your habits and routines, or how you can incorporate new habits and routines to so you can pursue your goals, okay? Also, your habits and routines really have a high effect on your emotions, okay? So you want to make sure that that's balanced, all right? Now, moving on to the seventh house. If you have the moon in the seventh house, partnerships, okay? Are your partnerships balanced, all right? This house is also ruled by Libra, so it's going to hit you 10 times harder. You're going to really feel it. With this house, with your partnerships, is it an equal give and take? Now moving on to moon in the eighth house. Moon in the eighth house is, how is your relationship with death, okay? You may have experienced multiple deaths, from family, close friends, other relatives, and, people in your life that you know personally. How is your relationship with death? Also, other people's money. How are you with other people's money? When you borrow things from other people, do you pay it back, okay? Do people pay you back? Also, the whole cycle of death and rebirth. How are you with that whole cycle? Whenever things are getting ready to come to an end, how do you act? How do you tap in to understand, like, what's the lesson? What am I learning? What does this ending mean? Okay, and how can I be open to this new beginning, this fresh start? Okay. So moving on to moon in the ninth house. If you have moon in the ninth house, you really want to balance, with things with traveling, okay? Distant traveling, meeting other people that's outside of your culture. How do you get along with people outside of your culture? How can you collaborate with them? Even if it's something with higher learning, are you able to are you open to learning other things, okay? Are you one to push your beliefs on other people, or are you letting them be open to explore things on their own, okay? Now moving on to moon in the 10th house. Moon in the 10th house, that is all about, like, your career. Are your emotions, how are you in the workplace with your emotions? Do you let your emotions get the best of you? Even with your career, if you want to do a career change, a career move, do you let your emotions get the best of you? Also, are you open to other mentors, all right? Someone that you admire, someone that you can learn from, that you can grow from. Are you open to receiving advice from them in order to, explore other options, all right? Now, moving on to moon in the 11th house. Moon in the 11th house. How are you in social environments, okay? Are you absorbing other people's emotions? Do you know the difference between, you and your and other friends and whatnot? Do you have your own identity, okay? In these types of groups and environments and settings, all right? Are you just open to being part of the group but having your own sense of identity, okay? Also, are you open to social media, putting yourself out there, collaborating with other groups that are like minded, okay? Now, moving on to Moon in the 12th house, okay? The 12th house is the hidden, the occult, okay? Are you open to talking to someone or seeing someone about your emotions or traumas that you've gone through, okay? Are you finally, you know, open to joining that group, okay? That secret society that will help cultivate your skills and your spiritual abilities, okay? That would involve, let's see, that would involve, initiations, all right? If that's the signs that you have been getting, okay? Also, how can you help others with the traumas that you've been through? How can you help other people, overcome the things that you have overcame, all right? So all of that is stuff to think about, balancing your mind, okay, if you have moon in the 12th house. Going for a walk, not being so, wrapped up in your mind and letting it drown you and overwhelm you, okay? So that's all I have for the solar eclipse. I'm sorry, not the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse. Okay, I've been hearing about the solar eclipse so much, but the lunar eclipse. All right, you guys, this is going to prepare you for the solar eclipse, because once the solar eclipse comes, it's gonna be like go, 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 go. All right. So I want y'all to be prepared. Take this time to, go internally, journal if you need to. You have to get your dream journal, okay? If you have Amazon Prime, I think you get it in like 2 days. So go ahead and get the dream journal, okay, you guys. It's good to journal and just to let those emotions out, because sometimes, speaking it, we have trouble speaking, okay? When you write it down, you can write it down and then you can say things out loud, okay? So you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. You guys stay safe. Much love. Peace.